Welcome to Yehewin Yoga. I invite you to find a standing posture with your feet below your hips or wider if you like. Your eyes can be closed or open with a soft gaze. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling in this moment. Today's practice will include a Bible-based meditation at the end on a few Bible verses. Focus on the theme of autumn and harvest, reaping what we have sowed. Breathing in and out through the nose if that's comfortable. Inhale the arms up, exhale down, inhale up again, exhale arms down, inhale up, exhale the arms down. You can widen your stance of your feet and just gently swaying back and forth, letting your hands to gently pat your back. Your feet can be planted into the ground, or you can lift up your heels as you sway back and forth like a willow tree. Breathing naturally, maybe moving your arms up towards your rib cage or your shoulders, moving at a comfortable pace. And slowly coming back to center. Take some side bends. Inhale the arms up and exhale one arm down, bending over. Inhale that arm up and exhale, bending towards the opposite side. Gonna do this again. Inhale up and exhale, bending to the other side. Inhale up, exhale last side down. Inhale up, exhale the arms down. Gonna take a squatted movement. Inhale the arms up through center. Exhale, circling down. Just moving through this kind of fountain movement. Imagine that you're watering the seeds that you sowed at the beginning of the season, the summer. Knowing that water gives growth to what we will reap in the harvest time. Going to come to a squat and just moving back and forth with the shoulders, stretching forwards. Moving with the breath. So you stretch the shoulders one at a time. Inhale up to stand. I'm just going to take a wide squat, going up and down. Inhale up and exhale as you squat down. Feet can be pointed out slightly for a goddess squat or sumo squat. If you like, you can hold the squat or take little pulses. Stacking your knees above the ankles. Finding stillness or movement in the squat. And breathing. Inhale up and bring the feet a little bit closer together. Let's begin to circle one ankle, rotating it in the opposite direction. Then rotating the other ankle. And the other opposite direction to rotate. Giving your legs a little shake. And planting your feet beneath your hips or wider. Just begin to circle your body in one direction. Just taking a gentle movement here. So circling the whole body. Just playing with our sense of balance, our center of gravity. Building some stability in our balance before we move into a tree pose, which will follow these circles. Begin to rotate the body in the opposite direction. Really paying attention to these slight movements and how your balance is working to keep you up. how the floor feels beneath your feet as you move. We're going to set up for a tree pose. So planting one foot down, bring the opposite heel to the ankle. You can stay here for a baby tree pose, engaging your core. And if you like, you can slide the foot up to your calf, or taking hold of the foot to bring it above the knee to your thigh. Your hands can be on your hips or out to the sides or growing branches up above. Engaging your core, noticing the micro movements of your foot that's working to keep you up. Observing the slight movements and coming out of the pose the same way you came in. Shaking out the legs before we set up for tree pose on the opposite foot. Finding roots in that grounded foot. Heel to ankle. Or you can slide the foot up to your calf. Or if you like, you can bring the foot up to your upper thigh, squeezing the foot against the thigh for stability. Find a comfortable placement for your hands. Just taking note of how this side feels compared to the other. Your balance may be different on each foot, so that's perfectly normal. That's why we practice yoga, to find rebalancing of the body and the mind. As you hold the tree pose, thinking of all the growth that you have experienced throughout the season. And exhale, coming out of the tree pose, shaking the legs out. And whatever way is comfortable, making your way to the floor, finding a comfortable sitting position. If you like, you can sit on a folded blanket or a cushion to raise your hips up to be aligned with your knees. We're going to start with butterfly pose, so making a little diamond shape with your legs, feet together, finding length in your spine. You can either stay there, or if it's comfortable to do so, you can bend forwards with a neutral spine, maybe massaging your feet. Just breathing, feeling the stretch in your legs and your hips. Taking a moment as we begin to turn inwards with these seating positions. Just like in autumn and winter, a time of turning inwards. Taking time for reflection. So inhale, coming back to sit. I'm just going to lengthen your legs out in front of you. Your hands can be by your hips with your fingers towards your toes if that's comfortable. And flexing the feet. It's like a seated mountain pose. Engaging your core, lifting the pelvic floor, and letting your shoulders to smile open. Be mindful to not hold your breath in this posture. We're going to take a seated twist. So you can lengthen one leg out straight, bending the other with the foot beside the thigh or over top of it. Hugging in that knee with the opposite hand, finding length as you inhale, and exhale to twist towards the bent knee. Each inhale to lengthen your spine, each exhale to find a comfortable twist. If you like, you can gaze to the side or over your shoulder, massaging your internal organs and your low back. Exhale, twisting towards the opposite side for a counter stretch. Breathing through the nose. For our next posture, we're going to stack the bent knees over top of each other. So we're going to have your legs bent in front of you. Then just stacking your top foot over the bottom knee, and that top knee over the bottom foot. Find length in your spine, or feel like you can bend forwards with a neutral spine. So your legs are just stacked parallel to your body. Noticing where you feel the stretch in your legs and lower body, hips perhaps. Only stretching until you feel comfortable, not going if you feel any pain coming out of the stretch. And inhale, finding length with your spine. I'm just going to take both those postures on the opposite side. So finding length with the opposite leg, bending the other leg, and taking a twist as you exhale. So you're hugging that bent leg with the opposite arm and turning towards the twisted knee. Now see how this twist feels on this side compared to the opposites. Breathing. Then exhale, twisting towards the opposite side for a counter stretch. Now see how this side feels as you take this counter pose. Inhale. We're going to take that stacked leg posture on this side. So if you like, you can flex both your feet if that's comfortable. But finding length in your spine, staying tall, or you can bend forwards with a neutral spine. Being aware of any tightness that might be residing in your body. Sending your breath there, letting your body to relax. Breathing, reflecting on your practice so far. And as you inhale, coming back up to sit. This time we're going to come into a hero pose. So we're going to sit back on the backs of your feet and curling your toes for a little foot stretch. If you like, you can rock back and forth to massage all of your toes. Taking this moment to send gratitude to your feet for all the work that they do. Inhale, coming back to a tabletop and setting up to come down onto your stomach in whatever way is comfortable for you. Having your hands by your sides with bent elbows, coming up for a few baby cobras as you inhale, peeling the chest and head up off the ground. Exhale down, taking a few more baby cobras at your own pace. As you do so, checking in that your legs behind you are zipped together, engaging your core as you push up. We're going to set up for a locust pose. So you can have your arms either out by your sides or overhead. Inhale the upper body up with the arms up as well. Exhale back to the ground. This time we're going to inhale the legs up off the ground. Exhale them down. You can either inhale both the arms and legs up at the same time and exhaling down, or just stick with either the upper body or the lower body. Inhale up. Exhale back to the ground. Inhale up. If you like, you can bend your knees. Take a little boat pose, so you're grabbing onto your feet or ankles with your hands. And exhale down. Windshield wiping your legs back and forth to massage your low back after that back bend. And whatever way is comfortable, coming to roll over on your back. Set up for a bridge pose, so bringing your feet in close to your body. Inhale the hips up, and exhale the hips down. Inhale up, exhale the hips back to the ground. Inhale up. And hold it here if that's comfortable. Maybe interlacing your fingers, or your arms can be overhead if you like. Engaging your glutes and your core. And breathing. Exhale down. Hugging your knees in towards your chest. Finding stillness, or if you like, you can rock back and forth or make circles with your hips. As you breathe in this posture, maybe reflecting on how, just like the seeds grow into the tree, there's a time for turning inwards and being small. Our next posture is going to be a reclined pigeon pose. So it's going to make a little figure 4 with your legs, ankle to knee. If you like, you can hug in the legs towards your chest, flexing both feet. Breathing, noticing how this feels in your body. Only stretching till a place of comfort. And exhale, legs down to the floor. I'm going to take that stretch on the opposite side. So bending the opposite ankle across the other knee. Feet can be on the floor, or you can hug that thigh towards your chest. Now see how this side feels different than the other. Any areas of tightness or openness in your body. Noticing the pace of your breath as you hold this posture. On the next exhale, letting the legs come back to the ground. Just gonna let your legs do windshield wiper back and forth. We're gonna take a little twist here on the floor. So letting your legs drop to one side and then gazing over to the opposite direction for a twist. Having the intention to keep your shoulders grounded. Your knees may or may not touch the ground. That's perfectly fine either way. It's more about the twists and the massaging of the low back and the internal organs. Breathing and inhale the legs back to center and twisting towards the opposite side. So legs towards the one side, let your gaze come to the opposite side. So twists are great for digestion and also reducing blood pressure associated with stress. Gonna inhale, lengthen the legs and the arms away from each other, taking a full body stretch. And then bringing your feet and hands to the left corners of the mat. Taking a little side bend here on the floor. Noticing how your side body feels compared to the different side bends we took in the class today. And inhale back to center and exhaling, making your way to the right corners of the mat. Breathing, imagining you're in the shape of a banana or a crescent moon. Breathing, feeling the stretch of the side body. We're going to take one more stretch before our final resting posture. It's going to be happy baby. It's going to take hold of the outsides of your feet, or you can also hold on to your ankles or your thighs or shins. Feeling a stretch in your hips, finding stillness, or you can lengthen and bend one knee at a time, or you can rock back and forth as well in this happy baby posture, whichever is most comfortable for your practice today. Breathing and exhale, letting the legs come out into your final resting posture, whatever that may look like for you today. Maybe your legs are out long. I'm going to show you a legs up the wall posture, which is really yummy for the body after all that work that we've done in this class today. So sitting about a foot away from the wall, and then swinging your legs up the wall and laying on your back. So you can scooch around here, making yourself comfortable, letting your legs to relax into the wall, moving closer or further away from the wall as needed. And breathing in whatever your final resting posture looks like for you today. Just going to read you a Bible passage for our meditation today. It's from Galatians 6, starting verse 6. Let him who is taught the word share in all good things with him who teaches. Do not be deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. For he who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are of the household of faith. That was again Galatians 6-10, the New King James Version. Just letting yourself to think about and contemplate that passage, reaping what you have sowed, reflecting on all the growth and work that you have done, times of work, but also knowing that there also comes a time of reaping and also of rest. You can continue to rest in your final resting posture, or whenever you're ready, waking up your body slowly and gently, bending your knees as you roll to one side, using your arm as a pillow, gently pushing yourself up. Thank you for practicing with me today. Take care.